It is not yet known.
Scientists have yet to determine.
Serious problems in society.
Grave issues in the local community.
Pros and cons.
Advantages and disadvantages.
Nowadays, we observe.
In modern times we experience.
Negative and positive effects.
Good and bad impacts.
Chronic illnesses.
Long-term medical complaints.
Understanding symbols.
Figure out the meanings.
To illustrate the point.
To paraphrase the argument.
Identified early.
Recognized at a younger age.
The term was coined.
The expression was first used.
Reluctant to accept.
Having a conservative attitude to.
Interpret abstract shapes.
Comprehend visual metaphors.
Involved in mating.
Part of the courtship ritual.
To convey emotion.
The portrayal of feelings.
Improve the quality of life.
Creating a better place to live.
Only averagely good.
Reasonable but not special.
Farming communities.
Agriculture was practiced.
Organize public events.
Coordinate communal activities.
Around coasts.
In the vicinity of coastlines.
Comment objectively.
Make unbiased statements.
Surprising downward trend.
Unexpectedly demand has fallen.
Conflicting theories.
A matter of disagreement.
Colonized in all continents.
It existed all over the world.
Auditory problems.
Hearing impairment.
Far from reality.
Give an unrealistic picture.
Evolutionary patterns.
Characteristics and how they evolved.
Mistaken views.
Have some misconceptions.
Impact on people's health.
Negative effects on well-being.
A decade ago.
10 years of time.
Exaggerate their claims.
Overstate their arguments.
Long term.
Extend well into the future.
Conducting tests.
Carried out research.
It is generally believed.
The conventional picture is.
Creating a working space.
Have a space for studying.
20% outside the local area.
80% was within the locality.
Legitimate to make money.
Have every right to make a profit.
Stand still economy.
Financial activity has stopped.
Deterrence from the virus.
Prevention from the disease.
Misappropriation of the funds.
They were involved in embezzlement.
Foliage lifespan was ephemeral.
Plants lasting for a short duration.
Complex and intricate method.
The procedure consists of many different parts.
On the whole.
The overall concept.
The leader seems quite dogmatic.
He followed a set of rules no matter what.
About 1900.
Early years of the 20th century.
One family member.
His closest friend and associate.
Deal with corporate politics.
Cope with stressful situations.
The development of.
The growth and expansion of.
Lack of job opportunities.
Unemployment problems.
According to common belief.
From the perspective of people.
On the contrary.
On the other hand,
In general, they were illiterate.
by and large, people were uneducated.
Basically, these things are similar.
Essentially, the tools are homogeneous.
For the most part,
All things considered,
researchers expressed certainty.
undoubtedly they accepted the theory.
Expressing partial agreement.
More or less they have similar opinions.
They used civil calendar.
People followed municipal calendar.
Tropical fruit growing.
Common in banana cultivation.
As a result, the animals became ill.
Consequently, the birds were infected.
Developed nations.
Industrialized countries around the world.
A working week of employees.
Professional schedule of workers.
Schools and colleges.
Academic institutions.
At school and home.
Inside and outside the classroom.
Educational impact.
Academic influence on personal life.
Early in the series.
The first season of the project.
His kids click through websites.
His children are surfing the web.
Crime is on the rise among teenagers.
Offenses are rising among young people.
Such as
In other words,
release of fumes triggered warming.
emissions cause global warming.
Distinctive in nature.
Different in their attitude.
Mental disorder.
Psychological illness.
Scientists believe.
According to research.
At its lowest point.
Opposite of it peaked.
Flashy in the background.
Brightly colored objects.
Nonverbal behavior.
Communication with body language.
Elderly care.
Aged support and supervision.
Developed in marine industry.
Food source from fish farming.
Location of the first site.
The first station to be installed.
Increasing national income.
A big export earner to nations.
Social setting.
Social situation in the region.
Those who speak the language.
Native speakers of the language.
Environmental effects.
Destroyed river ecosystems.
Water in homes.
Domestic water consumption.
Unknown today.
Have been discovered.
Global team effort.
International Working Party.
Extremely vulnerable.
More at risk than others.
Many animals will be saved.
Preventing thousands of deaths.
Threaten some existing jobs.
Drawbacks for certain professions.
Subdivided for study purposes.
Broken down into smaller disciplines.
Make and use objects.
Use material culture, and make tools.
People are responsible.
Human activities are destroying.
Present inhabitants.
Descendants of the area.
The best experimentalist.
The foremost experimentalist.
Adapted to global warming.
Responded to climate change.
Computer games.
Electronic activities and exercises.
Without realizing.
Not consciously considered.
More urgent health problem.
The most pressing health problem.
Thousands of slaves.
Large numbers of people.
Use the energy of the wind.
Harnessing the wind power.
An infamous history.
Since 1930 climbers have been seen dead.
Unusual in the Western words.
Differed from Western countries.
Abstract shapes.
Shapes do not represent their meaning.
Support of district authorities.
Cooperation of district officials.
The things we do.
The actions people performed.
Explosive release of energy.
The intensive burst of energy.
Inadequate diet.
Deficiencies in minerals.
Plenty of scientific evidence.
Experimental evidence is considerable.
Temperatures are unpredictable.
Temperatures fluctuate greatly.
There is no limit.
Never reach a maximum.
Evolution of speech.
When they first developed language.
Left-right asymmetry exists.
Two sides of the brain develop.
Lexicographical methods.
The compiling of dictionaries.
Increases in traveling time.
Communing times are far higher.
Solitary figures.
Disconnected from society.
He likes to cook, jog, and read.
He likes cooking, jogging, and reading.
Success in medical platforms.
Achievement in health sectors.
There are many traps.
They experienced a lot of pitfalls.
Decision-making.
Decide on an action.
Many people were skeptical.
Many suspected that were faked.
Ignited public debate.
Become a pressing issue.
New investment priorities.
Investors are now looking for
12 months of 30 days.
Months were equal in length.
It is recommended.
It is strongly encouraged.
Comment objectively.
Make unbiased statement.
Cattle farming.
Agriculture, beef and dairy.
Beach protection.
Coastal management.
Architectural importance.
Significant work of architecture.
Unlike wind, tides are predictable.
Tidal power is more reliable than wind.
Marine life.
Fish and other creatures.
Not in danger.
Unlikely to be at risk.
Additional information.
Supplemented by data.
Ancient water supplies.
Roman Empire pipes and saws.
Industrial growth.
Industrial output continued to soar.
Wiped out many species.
Widespread destruction of life.
New Zealand strategy.
National policy initiative.
Worldwide regulations.
International standards.
Calling systems.
Air conditioning units.
Investigative works.
Work of the scientific analyst.
Children accept ideas.
Children will have formed opinions.
Global warming.
The world is getting warmer.
Surviving by.
As a means of sustenance.
A few.
A handful of.
Refund money.
Get their money back.
A famous chemist.
The eminent English chemist.
1,000 of years.
10 centuries have been passed.
Enough food to last.
Self-sufficient in grain and livestock.
Documentation is limited.
Incomplete written accounts.
Meet readers' expectations.
Provide what the public wants.
Both of the parents.
Mothers and fathers.
Hereditary elements.
Genetics components.
To lift massive stones.
To raise very heavy stones.
Large pieces of.
Massive blocks of.
An object that resembled.
Artifact looks uncannily similar.
A formidable challenge.
World's most challenging climb.
Priorities the work.
Tackle the most significant tasks first.
Copy relevant pages.
Photocopy important material.
Breakdown of buses and trucks.
Motorized vehicles broke down.
Drug companies.
Pharmaceutical companies.
Increasing global participation.
Growing international importance.
Before an event.
Before a championship.
They are developing sensors.
Sensors will be used in the future.
Other countries copying.
Ideas have been reproduced.
Types of birds.
Species of different categories of birds.
Longer days.
Increased day lengths.
The availability of food.
Adequate food resources.
Vision is exceptional.
Extremely keen vision.
The left hemisphere.
The left side of the brain.
Mental activities.
Cognitive involvement.
A specific substance.
A particular chemical.
People power.
Local pressure groups.
A genius is seen by others.
We tend to regard geniuses.
Has the ability.
Possesses unique qualities.
Ultramodern machinery.
State-of-the-art technology.
Make progress.
Onward movement towards a destination.